Thank you guys so much for joining. My name is Sierra. I'm the CEO and founder of Elite Precision Consulting. Welcome to Global Healthcare Summit 3.0. As the owner of Elite Precision Consulting, we focus on global facilitation, meaning how you can work with teams around the world to accomplish your goals, your missions. And we wanted to have this summit to further highlight the great companies and talents in different countries around the world. Some of these countries we have done business in pretty extensively. Others, it's new to us. And we also wanted to learn more about what's happening in their region, what opportunities are there, also how they can enhance their global collaboration, what partners are they needing to bring on board to further their mission, and maybe you as an attendee, maybe you have that solution. And so we're here to talk healthcare related topics. Although our company handles multiple sectors, we really love healthcare. We've been in healthcare for 17 years and just wanted to further amplify that. All right, so we're going to move on to our next speaker. I'm very excited about the work that she has been doing in Nigeria. And this is actually our only speaker that's really talking about this topic in the last 2 days. So I'm very excited for what she's going to be sharing. I want to introduce Kemi. She's coming from Nigeria, and she's going to be talking to us about the great work she's doing with moms and babies and wellness and everything like that.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. My name is Kemi Olawoye. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Baby Migo, Nigeria's fastest growing pregnancy and parenting community. Just a bit about Baby Migo. Baby Migo is, like I said earlier, Nigeria's fastest growing parenting community. And what we do is to provide tools, resources, and hyperlocal support services for pregnant women and for parents with children between the ages of 0 and 6. Our vision really is to empower parents and expecting moms across Africa to enable them to make informed decisions during their pregnancy journey as well as during their parenting journey. Our work is really informed by a lot of things happening across the world, particularly with regards to maternal and child health. And our belief is that Nigeria will do well when we provide support for young families, and Africa, the continent of Africa, will do better when Nigeria does well, because as we're aware, Nigeria has a population of over 200 million people. And so, any significant progress that is made, in Nigeria has a major impact on the continent of Africa. So like I said earlier, since we started, just a bit about our traction. Since we started, we've had over 250,000 signups and users. We've answered over 65,000 questions on our platform. We have reached over 1 million parents, and across our social media platforms, we have over 300,000 followers, 310,000 followers. It's also important to give a background, about the work that we do, just as I move to the slide on audience profile, to mention that for us, it's not just about providing information, tools or resources or services, around parenting and pregnancy. But what is very important for us is to ensure we're providing expert-led and localized tools and resources and information, because there are a lot of peculiarities with pregnancy and parenting, on this side of the world, on this side of the, in Africa, in Nigeria. And so we're very particular about providing resources that address the needs of our audience, of moms. So there are different challenges that moms here face that, may not be the same that other moms in other parts of the world would face. And that's why we started Baby Migo. Just a bit about our audience profile. We have a combination of moms, nursing moms, pregnant women, mothers with babies between the ages of 0 and 7. And of course, we also have women who are trying to conceive. Okay, I would also speak a bit about, our key services. I'm going to speak about our service, Mama Care, as well as pre-class. With the information, the data, and all of the information that we found since we started Baby Migo, last year, we launched 2 key products that has been a massive success. We launched Mama Care, which is a maternity plan for expecting moms that allow them to access affordable healthcare at over 120 hospitals across Nigeria. We also launched Prep Class, which is Nigeria's leading antenatal support program for expecting moms. And we've had a lot of success. We had a lot of successful deliveries. Like we always say in our community, healthy mom, healthy baby is the goal. And we're very proud of the work that we have done and the impact of the work that we do, because like I said, even this year alone, every week we've had our moms put into bed successful, and we've had them attesting and saying, talk about the work that we do and how impactful it has been during their pregnancy journey. Because when a mom is pregnant, she has not less than 100 questions during that pregnancy journey that she would like to ask an expert. And what we have done with our platform at Baby May Go, as well as with our key services, including Prep Class, is to provide that opportunity for women to ask questions and get responses from experts. It's also important to mention that access to healthcare professionals is a big issue. And I'm aware that it's not even just an issue in Nigeria, it's also becoming a global issue, where access to healthcare professionals is not easy and it's not even readily affordable. And so by leveraging technology and of course leveraging our key pillar, which is community support, we have made it easier for our moms to access healthcare professionals. So for a mom, for example, who has a question before she goes to the hospital, she the long queue and all of that, she's already she's before she even gets responses to our questions from the experts, time is far gone. And so with our work, leveraging technology, we're able to also help our moms get better access to healthcare professionals. Since we started, we've had the support of quite a number of international and local organizations, including Google, Facebook, the US Department of State, the Tony Elumelu Foundation, and so much more. Our work has also been featured on several global platforms, including Times Magazine, BBC, and the rest of them. Now, we're very excited about the work that we do. That's a summary about what we do. Thank you so much, Sarah, for having me.
That is great. I love what you guys are doing. And, the slide that mentioned, about the questions and the 65,000 questions asked, that I don't know if anyone can actually think about this, as a new mom, you don't know, you don't really know what to expect. And what you had said, Kemi, about they're wanting to have an expert, like a true expert, to tell them, yes, this is right. Yes, this is normal, because when you're a new mom, maybe your family or your mom or your auntie or grandmother is saying it's okay, but you don't really want to believe them because maybe you don't think that they know. And so to have a platform like this where you're giving them expert advice and doing it on such a large scale, I think that is absolutely amazing. We have questions coming in, so I'm going to kind of start filtering through some of the questions now. But I think it's absolutely amazing that you are doing this, and just the number of people that is already impacting the age group and everything. A lot of hospitals and healthcare companies, they focus on, the care during pregnancy. They focus on the day of delivery, but then it's kind of like after you have the baby, you're kind of on your own. And I like that you have on here that you have a big population of mothers with babies from ages 0 to 7, because those developmental stages are just so important for the child. But then the mom too, they're going through so much from just their physical bodies, emotionally, socially. So I think it's just great what you guys are doing, and I just love it. So some of the questions here is having to do with, the platform. How did you create a platform, or what was kind of your approach with having this kind of platform? Did you work with local teams to kind of build an app? Did you find companies around the world that were doing something similarly? Can you kind of help us to understand, how did you get to the point of having a platform that can be accessible by so many people?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. So, personally, I finished with a Bachelor of Physical Therapy at the university. And after my time at the university, I worked in the hospital, and I worked particularly in the women's health unit, where we would see women every Wednesdays, and we would do like Kegel exercises and just, exercises for them, advise them about, things like back pain and the rest in pregnancy. And that was where I started to see the problem of, access to healthcare professionals, the need for community support, the need for expert-led information and the rest. And then I also, as time went by, I then met my co-founder, who also had a similar experience at the primary healthcare center, and then it was through that, it was because of those experiences rather that my co-founder and I decided to start Baby Me Go. My co-founder is also the chief product officer, and what we just did was we asked ourselves a major question: considering the population of women in Nigeria, what is the best way to impact these women in a way that is scalable? So if we, for example, say that we want to organize outreaches, how many people can we really reach with our outreaches? So we decided that may not really be the best way to go, and the scalable way to go is to leverage technology. And my co-founder sort of leads the effort with regards to technology. But we now mapped out a strategy on how we can leveraging the technology as well as the knowledge and information that we have to build this solution for women.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's great. And then one of the other questions is dealing with your vision to empower 10 million parents and expecting moms across Africa by 2027. That is a big goal, and it's absolutely achievable from even the success that you've already made, and where you guys are going to be going. So my question here is, how can someone support you in this vision and this mission of impacting 10 million parents and expecting moms in the next 5 years? Or what year are we in? 2023, in the next 4 years. So how can someone support you in that mission globally or even locally where you're at right now?
Well, as an organization, like you said, it's a grand one, but we strongly believe that it's achievable, considering the progress that we've made so far, and we know that the future is really bright for us. I think in terms of support, we're very open to partnerships that would help us achieve this goal. So partnership in areas of just maternal and child health care that can take us to where we're going. So for anyone who wants to partner with us to maybe reach moms in Africa or in Nigeria, we're definitely open to having such conversations and to see how that conversation will possibly go.
Yeah, great. And so speaking on that, where do you see kind of this evolving to? You're looking at some of the lessons maybe that you've learned from doing this for the past few years, and then kind of seeing the projection. Where do you see even your company going, or even just the field of healthcare as it deals with expectant moms and child development? Where do you see it going in Nigeria in the next couple of years as you continue to make this impact?
Well, for healthcare, what we see, and the vision really is that maternal and child health indices would improve considerably, especially in line with the SDG 3.2 goals, where the WHO has clearly stated that there's a need to reduce maternal and child mortality significantly, especially in developing countries like Nigeria. And so with the work that we're doing, we believe that, for us, maybe in collaboration with other stakeholders, including other private organizations as well as the government, that we can all collaboratively improve the indices for maternal and child health and to reduce maternal and child mortality in Nigeria and in Africa. For us as an organization, there's definitely a lot of work for us to do, both in Nigeria, but beyond Nigeria, we also see that there's also a need for the solution that we're providing in other parts of the continent. And our vision really is to expand to these other areas to make the lives of women easier and to make motherhood better for expecting mom and for parents in other countries beyond Nigeria on the continent of Africa.
Yeah, that's great. And so one of the questions that we had, maybe this is coming from a clinical background, but you're talking about having a lot of infant mortality and maternal mortality. What have been the causes of this? Is it because of lack of education on the maternal side for the moms? Is it because of maybe lack of good quality care while they're pregnant? What has been the cause of, you know, such a high mortality rate in your area, and how has your platform impacted that or improved those mortality rates?
It's been a combination of issues, but I think the 2 to 3 key issues I would point out is one, lack of education. So a lot of moms in this part of the world are still hell-bent on some cultural practices that are unsafe and dangerous for their health. So in this part of the world, a lot of moms are still skeptical about, doing a cesarean section. They're still skeptical about having a blood transfusion. There's still several cultural issues. So the education challenge that we're having is also from